Hello everyone and welcome to our NXT Takeover in Your House 2021 predictions. I am Tyler Mumbles Woodward and I will be the adjudicator for these predictions. So we have two matches on this evening. First up we have representing the MWO Leon Wonder Man Campbell versus representing the First Class. He is Callum Bruce. And in our main event, in his first title defense since winning it off of me at Double or Nothing, yes, I am still not over it, ladies and gentlemen, representing the First Class, the current, reigning, and defending Last Man Standing Universal Heavyweight Champion, Trevor Robinson, versus the challenger, representing the MWO, one of my closest friends, the man that doesn't hold back, Jason Grennan. First up, we have Xia Li versus Mercedes Martinez. Who have you got, boys?
Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. Gonna go for Mercedes Martinez because why not?
We'll just work our way down. Match number, I say it's match number 2. Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. This is a match that I'm very unsure about. Not knowing most about the storyline, I'm probably going to say Mercedes Martinez. Probably because she's, if you look at the roster, if you look at the women's roster, there's not many on them that you could say is top contenders to Rochelle Gonzalez's title. Maybe you've got, realistically, you've only got maybe 5, maybe 6 at the most that could challenge Raquel, and that's Dakota, Ember, Shotzi, Mercedes Martinez, and Candice. So, in maybe Toni Storm. They might work something towards later on in the year around SummerSlam, or maybe even War Games. But I don't know. But I'm gonna choose Mercedes Martinez for this match.
Mercedes Martinez and Xia Li. Xia Li's winning.
My predictions for NXT Takeover in your house. Knock on the door. You might win some money. Inside joke. My first prediction is Xia Li and Mercedes Martinez, and Xia Li's winning that. Yeah, her character needs it with everything that's been going on. Yeah.
Next up, we have the winner takes all 6-man tag, the North American champion Bronson Reed, and the NXT tag champions MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. Who have you got?
And finally, for the tag team winner takes all thing match that I was told about, I'm gonna go for Bronson and MSK because I am not even gonna try and announce the name of the other team. I'll probably get done for racism. Good luck, Cameron, Callum, Paul, whatever your fucking name is. I don't know, you're Scottish, I can't understand you.
Right. Co-main event, more likely, a 6-man tag team winner takes all match for the North American and NXT tag team championship. So you'll have Bronson Reed and MSK as the defending champions facing off against Legado del Fantasma, Santos Esquire, Joaquin Wild, and Raul Mendoza. I've probably got championship retaining again. No offense to Legado del Fantasma, it's like Santos was a great cruiserweight champion, but I don't think he's at that level now. He's not currently at that level realistically to take the title off of Bronson Reed. Like, Bronson just bet Gargano in a steel cage match within the past month to win this championship. There needs to, Bronson will face somebody else for the North American Championship. For the tag team championships, realistically, I can't see MSK losing the titles now. They've only it feels like they've just won the championship. If MSK is going to lose the championship, I would rather see it's more likely going to be in some sort of fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way, maybe even a 6-pack tag team challenge match in front of fans. Probably at some point further down the line. But right now I've got Bronson and MSK retaining their championships.
6-man winner take all tag match. Honestly, if it was any other North American champion, if it was still Gargano, if Kushida had won it, anything like that, I'd be going to Phantasma on this one. But because it's Bronson Reed and he just got the belt, I think the champions are retaining here. And I think Bronson Reed's probably going to be a defining factor because of that.
Legado del Fantasma versus Bronson Reed and MSK, and obviously it's going to be Bronson Reed and MSK. Bronson just won the title from Gargano, and MSK just won the title, you know, stop and start twice with them. But yeah, MSK and Bronson Reed are going to win. There's no way they're losing this match.
Next up in a ladder match for the vacant $1 Million Championship, we have got LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes. Who have you got, boys?
Grimes v Knight. I'm going to go for Knight because it sounds cool. No reason. As I said, this is all a guess. I don't watch NXT.
So these are my predictions for NXT for Takeover in Your House 2021. Right, let's start off with Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight in a ladder match for the vacant $1 Million Championship. Now, the $1 Million Championship has just came back. We probably haven't seen this championship being an active championship in WWE for, probably since the run of Ted DiBiase Jr., so you're looking at 10, like nearly a decade ago plus. So this is actually going to be a ladder match. Realistically, storyline wise, I'm going to choose LA Knight for this match. Don't ask me why. I just think with LA Knight being a heel, this, like, the $1 Million Championship seems more to fit the story of the heel claiming this, and then Cameron Grimes being the face can kind of work towards it, and it's going to get to a point where it's either here you go, Cameron, here's your conclusion. Do you want to go for the $1 Million Championship and claim for the, if it's more important to you, the money going for the $1 Million Championship, or your pride more likely getting a shot against like the NXT North American Championship or the NXT Championship, that sort of thing.
NXT Takeover in Your House. First up, I am selecting Cameron Grimes to defeat LA Knight for the $1 Million Championship. Everything in my head says that with Ted DiBiase in his corner and the fact that he seems to have lost every big match, this is going to be the one for LA Knight. But my heart says it's time for Cameron Grimes to get his push.
Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight. Has to be Cameron Grimes, doesn't it? I mean, he's the one that's been getting his push. He's the one with the money gimmick. He's the one with the $1 million person, man, guy thing, whatever. So I'm tired. Yeah, Cameron Grimes.
Next up in the NXT Women's Championship match, we have the champion Raquel Gonzalez versus the challenger Ember Moon. Who have you got, boys?
Ember Moon against Raquel, name I can't pronounce. I'm going to go for Ember Moon. I think she deserves it and I like her.
Now, moving on to title matches. So we'll start with the women's title first. As I said, it's going to be Raquel Gonzalez with Dakota Kai versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. I have championship retaining. I've got Raquel Gonzalez because realistic, I believe that they're going to try and run the Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai are going to run that story as Shawn Michaels and Diesel. Just remember what happened there. Diesel won the title. Like, they were tag champs. Then Diesel won the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Shawn bet Diesel for the championship. I think that's what's going to happen there. Like, it's going to end up being Raquel's going to have a good, decent enough reign, and then it's going to come to a point where there's a new face challenger who's dominant enough that actually beats Raquel Gonzalez in a non-title match on NXT TV because of Dakota Kai's bullshit, and Raquel ends up paying enough of it, and then Raquel turns on Dakota, Dakota becomes face, and then beats Raquel for the title. That's my madness behind it. So right now, I'm going to choose Raquel Gonzalez to retain the NXT Women's Championship here.
Raquel Gonzalez is retaining. It's definitely her time. It's an easy call. It'd be nice for Ember Moon to get it, but it's too soon.
Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon, and there is no way that Raquel Gonzalez is losing this to anybody other than Dakota Kai. So Raquel Gonzalez is winning this match 100%.
And in our main event, we have the current reigning and defending NXT champion Karrion Kross putting his title up on the line in a fatal 5-way against 4 other challengers, which are Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, and Pete Dunne. Guys, who have you got?
So, Callum, knock knock. Who's there? Someone with $6,000. Me. So, for NXT Takeover, I don't watch NXT, so most of this is gonna be a guess. Karrion Kross versus Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, and the other guy. Gonna go for Karrion Kross. Don't know why.
So, main event, the NXT Fatal 5-Way between Kross, Cole, O'Reilly, Dunne, and Gargano. I've got Karrion Kross only because I can see it's WWE. They could take a title off him now, but realistically, going forward, there's 5 stories coming in that. There's 3 stories coming out of that match. It's Kross versus Dunne. That's the next big singles match. You're going to have Gargano potentially go to main roster, or he's going to tag with Austin Theory again. But how long that's going to happen, I've got no fucking clue. And then, the War Games match is going to be Team Cole versus Team O'Reilly. It makes sense. Like, alright, originally I would have booked Imperium versus Ciampa and Thatcher, but then it could still, I don't know, it could still happen, but I'm going to make this short and sweet because knowing this, you can't send something over 25 meg. So, quick, simple, here you go. Into my opponent on Sunday. Bruh, you better learn your shit soon. You want to be champion in this? You've got to just watch more than just Raw.
And finally, the 5-man NXT Championship match. Honestly, any of these 5 men could win and be a solid NXT champion. I'm kind of partial towards Adam Cole in this one, but it's Karrion Kross. I mean, with the way he went out especially, and with his character, I could see him being a dominant force holding that belt for at least the rest of the year. So, like myself, Karrion Kross is retaining his championship at TakeOver.
The Fatal 5 match between Karrion Kross, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano. Obviously, it's going to be Karrion Kross. There's no one else. He's not losing it in a multi-man match. Not this soon anyway, especially after he beat Balor twice. There's no way. Yeah, Karrion Kross.
So, that has been our NXT Takeover in Your House 2021 predictions. Please join me live Sunday evening for live reactions. Do not forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe and comment down below your fairy predictions as well for this show. And guys, we shall see you on the next one.